G'day again everyone, Michael from Battle Bunker. What we're going to do now is paint the Skaven. So as we saw in the little demo video, there's quite a few models in this box set. So I want to paint these fairly fast. I'm hoping that these can be done in a couple of days. So what we're going to do is use some Army Painter products. This is an Army Painter spray. Army Painter make a great range of colour primers. So you can spray this straight on. Not only is it a primer, they're coloured, so it's a base coat as well. So I'm going to use this leather brown, which would be a decent colour to start the Skaven with, and that's going to save me an awful lot of time in the long run. So as you can see here, spray of the Army Painter. This is just a single coat so far. Later on we'll go through another coat. As you can see, I don't have to do any work to make these guys go brown. So they're primed, they're base coated. All I've got to do now, pick out the clothing, paint their weapons, do their tails, teeth and eyes. About 40 Skaven done. Alright, so these are our Skaven. They're all undercoated. Got a little warp fire thrower and stuff up the back there. Got our rat ogres over here. So these have just been done with that Army Painter spray. It's the Army Painter brown leather. And what I'm going to do with them now is just wash them with a brown ink. And this is just a brown ink from an art supply store. So I've got here just a tub with some ink. I'm just using the brown ink straight. So I'm taking my model, just applying it straight on. Make sure it's not too thick. So this is the first one that we did, the first rat ogre I did. It's pretty much dry now. You see the ink's gone a bit shiny. Ink tends to do that. So later on, once we're done, we're going to hit it with a matte varnish, and that'll take all that shine back off again. But you see that what it's done, it's filled all the line work in, so it's shaded it all in black or in brown, because I used a dark brown ink. And because I've started with a medium sort of brown colour, the brown ink's a really good shade, which means I don't have to do any darkening on this model at all with my shading. I'm just going to dry brush a highlight onto it. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the actual sort of real painting part of this. So we've done our ink wash. Let's try and get this thing to focus. No. So we've done our ink wash, we've just undercoated brown, done our ink wash. Now I'm going to dry brush them. For those of you who don't know what dry brushing is, basically you get a big brush like this with fairly stiff bristles. You dip it in paint, and then use something like a paper towel and you wipe most of the paint off, and then you just brush that over the model, and it just brings up a little bit of colour on the edges, so it's really good for highlighting. So this is a Privateer press paint, Formula P3. This is bootstrap leather. I quite like the P3 paints. This is a nice brown, so highlighting or using this as a dry brush is going to give us a nice highlight.
What colour do you think I should paint the cowboy shirt? Cowboy.
Cowboy zombie.